Oh boy. Get a load of this guy. Get a load of this guy. Get a freaking load of this guy. Well, welcome everyone. Welcome. I'm going to put on some music immediately. We're going to hang out for a sec. And then we're going to play some chess. Question is, what to listen to today? I don't know. I'm gonna just. Oh. What's up, multi-language gamer? Welcome. Welcome in. That music was frickin' loud. How you doing today? How you doing? All right. I know it's kind of frustrating if I do puzzles, it like changes the entire frickin' layout on chess.com, then it looks stupid. Does this work though? Yeah, this is really dumb. I have to like make a whole new OBS scene. That's fine. That's just fine. Let me do this. Chess.com. Okay, I hope this doesn't like change the other scene as well. That will really annoy me. Deck. Okay, there we go. Now, is this going to... Oh, wait. I'm stupid. Yes, it totally fucked up the other one. It's awesome. Love it. Okay. Sorry. One sec, guys. OBS or chess.com is a real pain in the arse. Okay, I'm going to duplicate this. Puzzles. Then we have to make a new frickin' chessboard. Just going to turn those off. Create a new one. All right. That is better. That is better. I like legitimately need to warm up. Enough jumping into mindless Blitz games and getting kicked around like I'm not today. I will still be doing that, but not today. I have taken my chess has taken a huge hit from that and playing too much Blitz. Like I'm playing awful chess. So I'd like to take a little break and then actually like start. I'm waiting for chess.com to approve my second account, because apparently you have to like send a request and then wait for them, and they just have not responded to me yet, which would be great if they did. That way I can like have a duplicate account on chess.com and I'll just dedicate that to, you know, like not speedrun stuff, but you know, challenges and stuff like that. Okay. But for now, we're going to do... I'm actually going to try to just like play my main repertoire. This may go badly, but I'm going to play my main openings, try to get my Blitz back up on this account. Maybe. And then play some, like, at least a couple, like 1 or 2 rapid games. And then we will see. Yeah, but I need to, like, do some puzzles and stuff. Enough playing. All right. I don't know why this is... I like that song, but it's not in the mood. Okay. Yeah. Right. 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 Thanks. Takes here, I guess. Takes here, check. There. Right? First time someone plays their usual openings, but also say, this might go badly. No, I mean, like, what might go badly is me... Oh, God. I didn't look this far. Oh, I just take the rook, right? What might go bad is just me playing Blitz and Rapid in the first place. My online chess is kind of crap right now. My over-the-board chess, I don't really know. I played a game this weekend, and I could have played better, but like also my opponent, it's hard to tell how good he was. He was good, definitely good. Anyways. All right. In fact, maybe here, I'm going to start with the puzzle rush first. Do some puzzle rushes. Just warm the blood. Get the juices flowing. Get the juices flowing. Yes. Juices flowing. Feel like I need some more juice. Okay. God, it's been a while since I've done like puzzle rushes. Whoops. Whoopsies. Whoopsies. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Oh shit. Check. Check. Oh god. I should have taken a second. Taken a second. Taken a knee. Okay. Okay. Right. It can't just be that, is it? Maybe it is. Okay. 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 Oh. That was kind of fun. Let me do that again. That was not very good, but I never managed to get past, like, I think, what's my all-time? My all-time high is... It doesn't even tell me? Okay. Let's do it again. Oops. Gotta go fast, gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Go fast! Oh god. Oh shit, that one felt right. Felt wrong, I mean. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Trying to go too fast. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, I tried to go too fast there. Let's try this again. Like ultra fast in the very beginning, and then... Oh my god. Oh, that was the wrong king. Oh my god. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm not sure about this music. Dude, this is driving me crazy. What the hell is this puzzle? What? Excuse me? How the hell is this a 13? Am I missing something here? I have like no good checks. Dude. Also, I've been doing these way too fast. Am I blind? Am I missing something? What the hell is that puzzle? I'm going back. I am going back. There must have been something very obvious that I was missing there. Oh, whoops. Okay, what the hell was this? Can I click on that? Block to move. Wait, yeah, play the problem. Play the problem. Like, what in God's name is going on here? Is this... What? I feel like mentally stunted here, but good luck on the aggressive chess openings when you get back on it, like the Scotch of King's Gambit. Yeah, thank you. It's main 2. Because this just doesn't work. That's what I played. I literally don't see any move other than this that looks half decent. There's no... I'm too bored to... Oh my god. Did I play this? Did I play C6? Oy, good thing I'm doing some puzzles. I need to like slow down, you know? I feel like all this Blitz has kind of rotted my brain recently. And also some of my attention goes to the streams and stuff, which has not helped. All right. Dude, this music pissing me off. I don't know why my Spotify thought I would ever like this. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. That was awful. You're out of here. Take a hike. Here. Can't go wrong with Madonna. You can't go wrong with Madonna. The Donna. Okay. Wait, no, I wanted more puzzle rushes just to do them better. You guys should have, just want to make sure you guys have the audio. Tell me if you don't have the audio, but hello, Ilan. Ilan, like Ilan Payne. Greetings. Greetings. What's going on here, huh? That's what's going on. Whee! What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Knight's pinned. What's going on? Good Lord. There. What? I'm very confused. What? Out of nowhere, like the puzzles, they're just like, all right, we're going to take it up like 10 notches. It goes from like the dumbest Maton 1, Maton 2 to like you actually, okay. Especially if you're trying to just do these really fast. Yeah. How much time did I have left? 30 seconds? Ugh. I believe you need to do 10,000 of these to improve. Okay. I don't know where that number is coming from. But I definitely need to do, I don't do enough puzzle rushes. It's good for the instincts. It's good for Blitz for sure. And good for things in general. I'd assume puzzle survival is a bit better for like classical type games. Oops. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. What we got going on here? All right. Okay. Okay. Shit. I should have thought about that one. Okay. What's going on here? Just trying to stall mate. Okay. Alrighty then. I mean, I don't know. Whoops. Almost. What the hell? Okay. I've been opening a similar setup, but are slightly different. Will you learn them too? Like King's Gambit? Oh, like the whole challenge is like I'll learn literally any and every opening just for fun. It's purely for fun because there is no possible way that to improve your chess you would learn an opening every day. That's probably not the smartest idea to go about learning openings anyways. Yeah, it's just for fun. So I'll just do whatever I feel like it basically. You know, because for so long I've just been like, oh, that interesting, or that opening looks interesting, and oh, it's kind of cool. But then I'm like, no, but I'm not going to switch my repertoire, and I'm not going to like learn it now. And I just had a moment of like, I don't actually care anymore. I am going to just learn it now. For fun. But yeah, it turns out to be just a tad bit harder to balance that with actually like playing, you know, good chess and the dude, what is going on? Why is it? Sorry, my music is betraying me. What is going on here? Ugh. Okay. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, that was. I'm gonna turn up my music. What in God's name? Check. Okay. Whoops. Don't even know. Oh, that was the Night Fork. The Night Fork. Okay, let's do a puzzle or two. Some normal puzzles, and then we'll we will. Geez, I need to like go over my new chessable course too. It's kind of like that or streaming. I'm not going to do that while I stream, so. All right. All right. What am I thinking here? Check, king takes, check. He can, it's a double check actually. So check, king takes, check. King there, mate. I'm guessing, just double check here. Okay, check. This is covered, that's covered. Alrighty. Okay, so the bishop's going to be able to block. Check. Here. Check, bishop takes. And then... Okay. Don't know. Let's see here. Bishop blocks or queen blocks. Trying to figure out. Maybe it's just to pick up the rook at the end of it. What I feel like I see sacrifices in puzzles, but in real games, I never spot that one. That won't just hang a piece. It does take like a lot of awareness to see them in real games. They definitely do show up though sometimes. But not always. Okay, what's going on here? So we got same material. I'm thinking that rook's really loose. We have to, because I don't see anything here. Like the back rank is just perfectly safe because of the bishop and the queen. I don't really see what the knight can do. So unless we go here first, but then again, like the bishop can just literally intercept there, and then check takes here. Like I don't, what's going on here? What am I missing? What am I missing? G4. Okay, what is going on here? Let me just go over like kind of a machine. We have a very obvious move. Check, check. King goes to H2. I follow up with a check. Maybe. He just blocks with a bishop. No sacrifices. Nothing to do there. We have check, check. Check, king H2. And then knight. Maybe that's it. Knight G4 check. Okay, it's that. Okay, yeah, so it goes king there. I probably should have double checked. Okay, so he is threatening to win the knight, and he's guarding the bishop, but that's very delicate. Check. Doesn't... Queen check. king takes. King takes. Check, king takes, h5 check. There's no other checks with the knight. Okay, I think I actually need some like more chill music. I know this is supposed to be high energy. It's high energy, but I need to focus. Give me a sec here. Let's do. What do I have for? I don't know. This is good shit though, and it's relaxing, and it's good shit. Okay. Yeah, there's no checks with the knight. There's a check with the rook, but it doesn't seem to do anything. I can sack the queen. That doesn't seem to do anything either. I can just, no, I can't defend the knight because I lose my queen. So then there's this check. But this only works, I think, if it leads to a mating net. So I take, he could just move over. And I'm no longer like hitting the bishop though. What in God's name's going on here? Check. Takes. No. Takes. There's no fork. Takes. Check, like you can always just go back. G5 looks bad. You can just grab the knight. Okay. Wow. Okay. Let's think about this rationally, all right? Let's think about this rationally, because I'm really not seeing the continuation here. This should not be that hard, but we clearly are trying to checkmate the king. I can't play h5 to defend the knight, or I lose the queen. This just, I mean, is it that? Takes, no. We just end up basically both with a rook. Check, takes. Check, he could just go back. Okay, let me think for a second, guys. I actually think I've visualized better now without doing all these arrows and shit, but it doesn't make it very interesting for you guys. You think it's G5? I don't know, because G5, he grabs the knight. I guess we win the rook. G5. But I would assume this is a check. This is a mate puzzle. But maybe not. Maybe there's no mate. King there. Okay, let me just double check. So if queen here, check. King takes. F5 doesn't work. H5, he just goes back here or here. Or no, sorry. Here you can go here. F3. Check takes here, here. There's, yeah, it doesn't look right. We can win the rook at the end, but we could have done that in the first place, which is G5. G5, of course, we have to look what if he takes. I guess we take with a queen. I really want to get this right because, like, I've already found the first couple moves. Yeah, But I would have thought this was a mate puzzle, not just winning material. I don't know, but this doesn't... Queen d6 doesn't seem to work. There's just no... The king can escape and the rook doesn't... Like, I could get fancy with some kind of rook sack, but I just don't think that works at the end of it. Like, check takes, check, and no, yeah, I think you might be right. So g5, king takes, check, king goes back, for example, really anywhere. I pick up the rook. Probably go this way so that the bishop can escape. So g5, king takes, check, king f3, takes with check. Ah, okay, actually, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, well. What did we miss? I bet it's... Let's see. If it's not that, is it... Oh my god, dude. These puzzles drive me crazy. These puzzles drive me crazy. It's like, yeah, obviously it's queen d6 check, but then it doesn't show you the continuation. What did I miss? It must have been mate. It was a mate puzzle. That's kind of a pain in the ass, too, after finding all of this. Finding knight g4 check. And you fail on the last move here. Queen d6 check. King takes. Queen e6 check. King goes back. What? Like, for example, f3. Queen d5 check. What? King g3. And then we... How is this any different? I don't understand this. How is that any different? g5, queen f5, because of queen f5. That was asking for... That was asking for a lot of calculation. Quand même. Like, that was basically relying on... Okay, if g5, maybe that looks... Right, but then you have queen f5. Jesus, man. It's like you have to do cocaine to keep up with these puzzles. Or just really, you have to take your time. You have to really take your time. I got this far, and then check, takes. I'm still not so, like, okay. We have to find check. The only way this would work, right? Queen d6 is like dog water. Unless you also calculate it here. King takes, check. Like if he goes back, then we basically just keep forcing him to the light squares. Okay, if he goes here, rook e4 check, and if he goes f3, we gotta force him to f3 to fork. That was pretty hefty. What level was that puzzle? That was freaking quite intense. I don't know, sometimes it's weird. Some of the puzzles are like so easy, and then other ones, it's like, what? That was insane. Okay. Okay. Well, our rook's being hit. Obviously, there's a check. King moves down, but then we can't take. If we start by taking with the queen, he takes the rook. Maybe it's just check, king here, queen here. Threatening mate. But he's threatening mate. Oh, actually, hold on. Maybe it's that. Just rook f1 check. King h7. Sorry, rook f8 check. King h7. Queen a8. And then we defend mate in a very funny way. And he has to trade queens and then takes, and we've got a winning position. Unless I see something better. You're not going to see the accelerated dragon today. You're going to see the accelerated fist. That's right, accelerated fist. The accelerated knuckle sandwich. All right, I think that's probably the response, because if we start with Yeah, if we start with check, there's just like nothing else afterwards. So, and if we go here, we get mated. So it's gotta be that. It was that. Okay. Well, that's... And then they throw these puzzles at you where it's like, excuse me, what? Free night. If they take ours, we take back, we're threatening mate. If not, we're also threatening mate. Takes. It's gotta grab the knight. Takes. This one seems pretty elementary. Oh, the bishop can come out, right? If here takes. Dude, why does it keep playing a frickin' song? Jesus. I need like a calm playlist. I don't even know. I don't have much. What could we listen to? What could we listen to? I don't want to put on Oblivion because that's, you know, Elder Scrolls music. That's too much. You're damn right I'm using Spotify. Grigorovich was a pioneer of the accelerated fist. Yeah, dude, just Logan, throw some music at me. He has mate in one, so you need to make it forcing. Also, after the stream, we're playing games. You understand me. Here he just goes back. Who's your most listened to artist? It's almost always Jeremy Soule from the Elder Scrolls music, Oblivion and Skyrim. I think last year, who was my it's usually like Jeremy Soule and then Trevor something, which I would also listen to. I love Trevor something, but I want like calm. Okay. Okay, what is going on with this puzzle? Here, you can grab. We take back. Then if he goes back, okay, it's got to be bishop d6. And then, because like bishop d6 here takes, you can't take. Bishop d6. There's too many things going on. Bishop d6, and then if he starts with taking the knight, then we grab the bishop. No, sorry. Bishop d6. If he starts by taking the knight, we take back, so we maintain the mate threat. If bishop. And okay. Now I'm thinking, can we not check takes? No, that doesn't work. Takes. Aphex Twin. Oh, dude, just put on the whole album of selected ambient works, 85. All right. Yeah, like ambient music. That's what I need. Selected ambient works. Is it actually ambient? Oh, whatever. Bishop takes. If bishop takes knight, you take with the edge pawn and open up the fire. Yeah, yeah. I think now g5, because you can't take the bishop off. G5, and then if he takes, the queen can't come out. So yeah, and if at any point he grabs the knight, we just take back. It's gotta be g5. G5 takes it, yeah. All right, so much work for. Oh,
Could I trouble you for a glass of warm milk?
You could trouble me for a warm glass of shut the hell up. Now you will go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep.
Mods, get this guy the hell out of here. Okay. All right. Okay. God, I feel so not warmed up for some reason. Okay. What is going on here? We have a fork. I don't think there's anything in the back rank. Like if these rooks were doubled up, maybe, but there's like nothing really happening in the back rank. And at the same time, there's nothing really happening. Like white doesn't have much going on either, other than my rook is sort of pinned. So I think it's gotta be knight here. I mean, even like rook sack doesn't seem to do much. I think it's got to be the knight fork, and then maybe rook here. Take. Doesn't seem that spectacular though. Knight fork. I'm sorry, here we just grab the rook. What are his moves? Thinking it's got to be knight d4. Knight d4, but I want to find the continuation. Knight d4, what does he do? This is like the only menacing looking move other than sacking, but I don't think sacking works either. Knight d4, takes. Right, I don't think there's anything else. Okay. Let me just take. Everything's defended, so. All right, which rook does it matter? I bet it does matter. Probably this one, so we can threaten the pawn. I would imagine. Takes. So that if takes, we take. Okay. It's pretty like weird because I really actually think if I had taken with the other rook, it would have been like, no, wrong. Wrong! All right. All right. Let's see here. One sec, guys. Okay. Well, this has got to be... Check, takes... Check... That wouldn't really make sense because we just sack the rook for no reason. We can go here. We can't go there because he just grabs the rook. If I go here, Maybe this here takes. Here takes. What's going on here, huh? The rook is, maybe we just slide the rook over, actually. I think we're okay on our back rank. So, like, what if we just slide the rook over somewhere, which would only be b7, so that we're still threatening mate. I guess he could move his rook out of the way somewhere. Like, if he takes, no, it'd still be mate. So, rook b7. Rook b7, check. He might have a perpetual, though, in that case. Rook b7, check. Here, not yet, because my queen is still covering. Okay. Rook b7. Can't push. Even if he moves the king out of the way, that doesn't really do anything. And if he attacks the rook, there's no tie. I think it's rook b7. Yeah, here, take. That's enough. What? Ketan, welcome. Welcome. Hello. No, I'm not doing puzzles. I'm playing someone. No, I'm just kidding. I'm doing puzzles, but not playing viewers today. What the hell's the solution here if it's not rook b7? Why? Why is it not rook b7? I don't really see any other moves other than that. This just seems like, nope. He takes. We have to do something, right? Otherwise, he just takes the rook. If we push, he takes the queen, and then, well, we take back, then he takes the rook, other side of the pawn. It's like, here takes. Really not sure. That looks not right. Anything else, he takes the rook. So how do we get out of that problem? Oh, god damn it. Yeah, okay. I had the right idea. I just didn't see that. Yeah. Rook c7 also stops the check on c1. Attacks the queen. Okay. Whoops. That was silly. That was silly. Check. King here. Check. He blocks. And then we need to be very careful because our back rank. So if we like push, check. Oh no, sorry, he would go check. No, because that wouldn't work either. Probably got to start with rook d8 check. King h7. Queen e4 check. g6. And then we need to prepare. Or maybe I don't actually know. Maybe no, I don't start with queen e4. You can tell, but you know. I mean, it's got to start with this. Check here. Check. Was down. And then we got to either create Luft for king first, but that doesn't seem right. It's not forcing enough. This is not really forcing enough either, because then he can just play rook a1. Oh yeah, I mean, no, guys, if you just give the answers, it's not going to be a very fun, a very fun stream. Yeah, queen c8 check. Here, check. That way, at the end of it, I can take on f7. Yeah, because then I'm like, well, I have the answer, but at least it's not a game. But my God, when people do that in games, I flirt with cheating, but not even out of my own fault. Okay. I want to get back to 2200. That would be nice. Things here. Things here. Check. Mate. He doesn't have to take the knight, but I think he kind of has to here. If he were to, no, yeah, he has to. It's forcing. Takes here. Ah, takes. Check here. Check. What the hell was that puzzle? What the hell was that puzzle? What do you think my rating is? I have no idea what your rating is. I would have to have way more information. Do I want to go king here? Just kind of do something like that, or just start pushing? Because then he comes in here, here, check. I think I just push, right? Can't go over, he gets forked, so there. Here. Sorry, what am I saying? The king cannot go. I'm hallucinating. Oh my God. Here. Here. I think there's just, so here, check, there, wait, hold on. Here, check, move the king over. And then if he goes after the pawn, then I grab the rook, so then this is winning. There's not many other moves. Literally the only move I can do that makes any sense, I think. Or do we go king over? No, king over, so we gotta go this way. Oh. Let's be precise. All right. Discovered check. Are we threatening anything ourselves, though? Okay. We got to block. Do I block with like this? Then takes. Here takes, I don't know, like check. No. But by playing e4, we're blocking out our own bishop. The rook's also hanging though, so if we just block and he takes, we grab the rook and we're just, yeah, like straight up a piece. I think it's better than playing e4. We got to do something. This move doesn't make sense at all. So it's either e4 or d5. d5, like, d5, d5, d5. I mean, here, yeah, like the rook is hanging, so he's got to go somewhere. I don't even know what, like, though we're kind of threatening. We could get some checkmating ideas in here, but that's not very immediate. So mostly it's just this hanging rook for the moment. d5. He moves the rook somewhere. Where would he move the rook to? d2, for example. The knight's covering this check. d2, here, here. Takes. Takes. Okay, I'm just going to start with d5. All right, so we got that right. At least d5, rook d2. Now I could just move out of the way, so then takes. Then takes, it kind of trades everything. Or I can go here, win a pawn, grabs the bishop, takes the knight, takes, check. Here, oh, check. Okay, hold on. Rook takes, rook takes, rook takes. E takes d5. What was I saying? E takes d5. Check, king here. Check. Mate. No. You can go here. But it's got to be winning, right? Definitely looks more forcing. Takes, and if he goes here, then check here, mate. So yeah, I think I'm confident in playing this. Okay, you can also play that too. $2,200. All right, back to 2,200. At some point, you know, they like readjusted the puzzle ratings. It got super inflated, and then they like put everyone back down. They brought everyone's rating back down, and anyways, so I'm like getting my puzzle rating back up. Here takes. Can we play that? This pawn might be, I think the advantage here is definitely the pawn. So here takes, the rook's hanging. Rook can't go back here to stop the pawn. Yeah, it's gotta be that. And then here. Oh wait, no, check. I think we check. Check. Here. very clever. We throw in the check to block. And we don't take. Because if we take, then he gets this. All right, no, sorry. Check. Then he gets, or do we? Hold on. Takes here, here, here. So no, we just push. Okay. All right. White rook looks over. The discovered check. If queen takes check here, check. Yeah, it's got to be that. Check. Even if the knight takes, we basically always end up picking up that rook. I think, right? I guess he doesn't have to check. He can go. He can scoot on down, but then that would be mate. So check if he tries to go back, then it's got to be this. What? Oh, it comes. Oh, geez, I'm stupid. Man, these mistakes, it's good. We got to eliminate these. How could I not see that that would come with check? I don't know. I do not know. No one knows. Okay, well, in that case, takes, check. What's the material here? We got 2 rooks, 2 bishops, and a queen. So 2 pieces, basically. Same material. So we just win a piece. Okay, that's a way to win a piece, it looks like. I wish I had seen that earlier, that it was queen b5 check. That was just silly. All right. Well, there's this very obvious move, rook d8 check. Everything's defended. The king can only block with a bishop, really, because if he blocks here, we just get a free piece. So check, he blocks with the dark square bishop. Or we just, hold on. We start with check. Or maybe we do that, hold on. Check, bishop blocks, and then rook e1 check, mate. Right? Rook d8 check, this is all forcing, he's got a block. This is the only block that makes sense. Rook e1 check. Bishop's pinned, yeah. Oh my god, dude. How could it not be? What did I miss? What did I miss? Check. Bishop d3. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, right. Right. There's so many blind spots in my fucking chest right now. Seriously, I'm just like, so many blind spots. These aren't like super easy puzzles, but come on, man. Check, bishop takes. This is like the calculating till the end of the variation and always second kind of guessing yourself. Because you take with the rook, you can take with the knight. And then you just lose the mating net. Right. Why didn't I want to start with this? Check, because I figured he would just start scooting the king down and somehow escape, but I need to stop those assumptions. Stop the assumptions! My God. Okay. Okay. All right. What do we have here? We have... Can't take the knight. It says can't take the knight. It's the queen. Let me think for a second. Probably just this move. But we're not really threatening to take the knight, is the thing. Check. I mean, we could take on e4. Don't really know what that does. Sacking the rook probably doesn't work considering you can take with the knight or the king. For some reason, I'm thinking of like rook takes b2 at some moment to deflect the queen. Yeah, let me think here. I can't even think. My brain is protesting right now. It does not want to think. Rook takes, knight takes. What if queen takes? Oh, hold on. Rook h3 maybe. Rook h3. If we win the rook, sorry, if we win the knight, then it's two rooks and a queen versus, so we're up material. I'm not sure if that's quite good enough, but I would think there's mate some here, but this seems kind of weird. Rook h3. The knight's pinned. I don't see how he protects the knight. Yeah. But then let's just say we take. We have two rooks versus a rook and a bishop. 3 doubled pawns. I'm not really sure how good that is or how worth it that is. And I can also just take on b2. I don't know. I can take on b2. If the queen ever takes, then he should be getting mated there. Takes here. Not so simple though. But yeah, check. Here. Which one feels more right? I'm trying to think. Rook takes b2. I'm not even really threatening that much is the problem. I don't want to take on f2. Rook h3. But technically, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're up like, you know, the exchange and a pawn. That's probably enough. And I don't think he doesn't have any checks. Checks captures attacks. There's no checks by the queen. I'm going to go for it. And then I guess I would just... okay. I did not even... I guess we got to go probably rook d3. Yeah, rook d3, and then we can defend everything. All right. That was kind of rough, but... Okay, what do we have here? Actually, guys, I'm gonna cool it on the puzzles. I think I've hit my max for today. I'm not really starting on a super fresh note, so I gotta start playing some more rapid, though. I gotta start playing rapid. So even though I'm not feeling super confident with my chess, I have got to start doing it. So let's jump into a game. Let's jump into a game. I'm gonna do 15-minute, 10-minute rapid. All right, here we go. Here we go. Uzbekistan, 2010. All right, so E4, D5, Scandinavian. Okay, Portuguese. Okay. Takes. Let's see how much I can remember. You'd think I would remember more by now. Castles. And then I think we can play knight c6. Let me just try to remember, because knight c3 is coming. What the hell do we do after that in this position? Knight c3. Do we just go back to d7? It's kind of boring, but I need to really go over my Scandinavian again, because sometimes I get to the point where I like some of the positions, but there's no very I'm not clear about the like attacking ideas in some positions. I either win from like a really solid opening, or like I win out of the opening because they fell into a really dangerous line, or I get something like this where I'm like, all right, well, what's going on here? We got knight c3 coming in, so knight c6, knight c3. If I go queen here, he goes knight g3. I don't think I'm supposed to go all the way back, but I don't remember at the moment. So like knight c6, knight here. Although the knight is kind of weird. It's blocking the c pawn, so there's something to be said for that. I'm going to just go knight c6. Knight c6, knight c3, and then maybe just kind of play it safe, like we're even material, so I can just go back to d7. Bishop coming out, I'm probably not worried about. I'm guessing bishop f4. What's annoying is that castles... Okay, no, he doesn't have that. So probably just long castle here. It's typically what we do. And e5 is my plan. I almost just long castled. Wow, I almost just messed up the move order there. Trying to remember in this line, I think a queen goes back to d7. Whatever. I can use my brain and just look at the position though. And yeah, knight, queen d7, it's safe on d7. All right, let's use our brain. Do some anti-blunder checking. All right, so we did predict bishop f4, which is good. Long castles, yeah, here, hold on. The problem is long castles. Okay, I got mixed up. So we're probably going to have to play a6, or we're going to have to not let him get this fried liver attack situation. We can long castle, knight here, play knight d5, but then bishop back, and then a6. Okay, something to be said for that. me think. Long castles, knight b5, knight d5. This is defended. Okay, it's got to be long castles. I think we're okay here. Long castles, knight b5, knight d5. We're hitting the bishop. You know, really anywhere he goes, it doesn't matter. I'll play a6. He can't go here. If he takes it, there's a piece, so we'll just long castle. Oh man, dude, chess is taking up so much of my mental capacity lately. I'm having such a hard time concentrating. In this over the board game that I played the other day, it didn't seem as bad. I don't know why, but okay, let's just hope I didn't miss anything here. Obviously, if he plays something like c4, we just take the bishop, and then we can play a6. And what's nice is that if he goes back a6, the knight could go this way, and like, well, no, hold on. I was thinking I could grab the knight on c3 afterwards and double the pawns, but number one, I don't think I want to double the pawns and open a file. Number two, it's defended by the knight. Now I'm wondering, you know, because typically the idea is to play e5, but now with the knight on with d5, maybe I just go e6, and then depending on where his knight goes, if he plays c4, we'll just go back and kind of play with this structure. So eliminate, neutralize pieces on your side of the board. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna follow that rule there. Otherwise, we get in trouble. Anyways. So a6, and then I don't know, man. If he goes back to a3, he might do that to try to go to c4. No, okay. So I don't want to help my opponent develop, which means I can either play a6, and if he grabs, probably just take back this way with the pawn. But no, takes here, takes. If he wants to hit me with the queen, he loses. I want to maintain. The idea in the Scandinavian very often is to maintain pressure on this d4 pawn and to win it. And that's kind of what we're doing if we take back with the queen. This bishop's a little bit annoying, I guess, but it's not the end of the world either. And then maybe like something like h5, h4 at some point. But this just looks like the right move because we're opening up our bishop. I don't think I want to fianchetto. And also just adds more protection to the center. Really going to try to be careful of blundering here, though, and keep up with my anti-blunder check. Because I'm tired of blundering pawns and pieces and stuff. I just want to, like, play some decent chess, you know? Just play some decent chess. So knight takes, queen takes. If you were to go here, we just grab the pawn. Takes. Okay. Now, do we want to neutralize the bishop, or do we want to be more aggressive and go h5, h4? Because I don't really know where I want this bishop. He's probably going to start. So a3, he's definitely thinking about, well, actually, a3 maybe just to stop the pin, but he could also launch the queenside attack. This move makes a bit of sense now. Neutralize the bishop. If he ever takes, we can just take back that way. I'm not sure how good that is, but we bring the rook over. Let me think for a second. What do I like more positionally? I kind of like this plan, though. My bishop, my bishop is still kind of active, so I just don't know about I think I want to maintain the open file and maintain the pressure here. I could also just move my knight back. That's totally an option as well. Move the knight back, and then I'm threatening to win this. How does he protect that, actually? Like, what if literally just knight back to f6? How does he defend that? Okay, actually, how does he defend that? He might try, like, bishop here, but I don't care. I'll just take anyways, and he can... Knight f6. He jumps the knight anywhere. I grab. This is really weird, but I think knight f6 is just the move. I don't see how he defends that pawn, right? Because we got takes, 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 takes. I don't think there's any tactics here. For example, I don't know, man, like here, take, there's no pins or anything. All right, let's go back in that case, and then we can decide what to do with the bishop later. I don't know, maybe I didn't want to play knight d5 earlier. It did defend that threat, and we gained a tempo, but the knight is kind of weird on d5. Like, he's good there, but I want the pressure on d4. That's definitely the target right now. And then I'll figure out a way, I think, to probably trade off the bishops, because my bishop kind of sucks. Very restricted over here. So trade off the bishops. But like, if I'm playing, I don't know, if I'm playing a pawn up here, if I win the center pawn and I already have control of the d file and the queens are exchanged, that should be pretty easy to, not easy to win, but pretty like manageable. If the queens stay on the board, then I am a little bit more worried about like b4. It'll take some time though. That'll take some time. That will take some time. All right. So yeah, let's try to calculate for our opponent so we're not losing all of our time. Okay, so he goes for that anyways. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and grab. Nice to note that the knight is restricted pretty well, so I'm not as worried about that. And I'm just going to go ahead and take. We did the calculating already. And now, yeah, like b5 is not nearly as concerning. Okay. I didn't see that far ahead, but losing the knight is, I don't think, too big of a deal. So rook back to d7, takes, for example. We can develop this bishop that way. We double the pawns, but we're up a pawn. Rook here, rook d2, but then he gets to contest. This is a bit annoying, actually, because now, let me think. Here, he does get to sort of contest the d file. I would have liked to keep the d file. Rook here, rook here. Bishop there, takes. That might be an option. I think it's got to be rook back to d7 though. Rook d7, one of those rooks comes over. Bishop blocks. If he takes, we're Gucci, right? And this just kind of, yeah, this just doesn't seem to work very well. So I have to trade everything. The knight is still kind of restricted. If I can literally double my rooks, if I can keep control or contest the d file, get my bishop out, then we should be looking pretty good. I would say I'm better, but I have to see here because here, takes. Then yeah, we bring the rooks over, and I think we're just looking all right. Here he takes the bishop, and then I just get a nice center. Bring my other rook over. I think now is the time. I don't want to, no interested in trading and helping my opponent develop. So we want to take control of the D file. We're a pawn up. And yeah, doubling these G pawns I don't think is that big of a deal. Because we got some nice center control. Okay, now, see, like, that's not great though, because I'm not seeing these next moves. So here, looks like the only move, takes, rook here, king back. Maybe he'll want to go knight c5. Hello, horse bingo. Sorry, I'm not playing viewers. Not today. Bishop e7. Takes. Check. Go back. He gets some activity here, but I don't see. I mean, I could go bishop there, but then here. Here, rook takes. Wait. Here. What if I just let him take that pawn? I believe I can just double up the rooks, actually. I believe I can just double up the rooks. Because here, knight takes f6 should lose to bishop takes h2. And if here, then he moves the king over, then we go back, then we still own, yeah. And if here takes, then we just trade everything. Hopefully I calculated that right. Yes, but I do playing viewers streams now and again. So I'll put information on the Discord server for the next playing viewers stream. This position looks pretty good. If I'm not mistaken, this looks pretty good. I just really want to trade down now. So he's going to want to complicate. Let me try to see his new moves. Okay, so now I just drop back and we offer to trade everything. And what's nice is that he doesn't even have knight c5. The bishop is kind of controlling the knight. We could play like f5. Okay, do I want to trade now? Trades are probably good, but maybe he takes back with the knight. But then I get to play this. And I feel like it's just too much activity for me. Do I take now and simplify? Or do I just play something like f5, takes, threaten to go after? I would love this diagonal, right? Because then my bishop is going to be a frickin' monster. So maybe I do play f5. Just wait. f5 also takes this a square away from the knight. So yeah, let's just like be patient here. f5, I don't see many moves. Okay, now maybe he just wants to trade everything. So I can go here. Rook takes, help me develop my king. And then We have a bishop versus a knight in an endgame with a pawn up. I do feel pretty good about getting over there to the pawns. So yeah, I think this is going to be more precise because we get the bishop on a nice diagonal. We're ready to centralize. And if he takes, like, he kind of has to, right? Here, he kind of has to, and then it helps me develop. All right, I got 5-something minutes, so let's really, I'm going to try to play this accurately. For starters, no, here he can play c3, unfortunately. So let's just activate my king. So king here, let me just think here. King here, maybe knight there, king here, or king here, c4. Oh, right. So should I prevent that first? King here, c4, then I'm like just stuck. Okay, so maybe it is b5 first. And then the knight, if it wants to get back in the action, has to go somewhere over here. So b5, knight here, then we could attack, but just gotta be careful. b5, knight here, here maybe? Yes, no check. Okay, let's start with b5. Trying not to use up all of my clock, but yeah, I think it's good I saw that because otherwise I literally would have wasted my time going over this way and then boom, he just plays c4. If he's not careful with his knight though, actually this is nice because yeah, it's got to be b5. b5 because if he ever moves the knight, I have this and we're just kind of winning that endgame. So now let's go king d6. Here, for example. Uh-huh. King d6 here, here. It almost looks like he is go here, winning that. Not winning that race, but he's activating his king faster than I would like. All right, let's move up. I could play c5, but I think I just want to get my king centralized as fast as possible. Here, if he gives me a check, it just kind of helps me, I think, because then I'm infiltrating. So here, check there. If here, king here. Then maybe e5 or c5. c5. Maybe it's c5. c5, king here, though. Let's say I take... Yeah, I'm going to activate my king instead. I'll keep c5 as an option. And then here, maybe f3. Thinking for a second here. We want to create a, hopefully like an outside passer would be nice. This blocks my bishop though, which I don't love. So maybe what if I, here. Check. That's the issue, I think, now. Check, then I'd have to go back. Sure. Okay. Here, check. Let's go. His king is getting active. I don't like that. H5. Here, check. Sorry, here, check. King back. All right, I think it's got to be c5. This is a weakness. I feel like I need to play c5 and get my king over, because otherwise he's just kind of dominating me. So his knight gets back in the position. Okay, if he wants to play that. But really, actually, he's not. He can't really go anywhere. My pawns make it so that this knight, the only square... Yeah, okay, I think this is making more sense now. Can you look at this after the game? I saw you calculate bishop d4 instead of b5, then rejected it due to c3. I will definitely look at it after the game. I will definitely. Hello, James. Hello. Yeah, because the knight comes out here. These pawns are taking away all entry points for his king. So his king isn't getting any further anyways. And if he were to go knight e3 check, I go back. The thing is, like, his knight really, I think, kind of needs to guard those. Otherwise, my bishop gets in. We'll see. Oh. Because now my threat is bishop b2. I don't even think I want to play c takes b4. Okay. Can I still, though, just go here? Though? Can I do that? Here, he takes, I take. If he takes, I take. Here, if he pushes, I take. And then... Definitely don't want to help him develop. Definitely not. So... Bishop here. Maybe takes. For a second here. Takes. Here. Takes. Does he have any checks? I don't think so. Kind of getting down to the wire here in terms of time, though. He's got a lot. He can take as much time as he wants to calculate, which he probably should. And games are complicated. I, however, do not. Takes. It's a good move. Can I push forwards now? Takes here. Here. Takes here. Oh shit, running out of time. Takes. Okay, I just gotta move. Alright, I gotta play like Blitz now. That sucks. Here. I'm gonna try this move. Yeah, this is not great. I need to make sure he doesn't create a pass pawn on that side. Because like here, for example, there, takes. He's got a passer, although if I still have the bishop, like, it's a bit complicated. If he grabs here, I was thinking of taking this way. So I have a protected pass pawn. Although takes. Yeah, takes. Damn, I thought that I would have more pressure over here. I'll try to focus. Maybe bishop there if he doesn't take. Yeah, fuck. Takes. I'm gonna make a waiting move. I don't. Here, takes. Yeah. These aren't. That was probably a mistake. Bishop there was a mistake, I think. I mean, now I'm in just zugzwang basically, right? I guess I have to go here. Who's winning this? I don't even know. Maybe it's just a draw. I don't know, because he can't. Push himself. Here he goes there, and then he queens. Check here. I can't do anything myself. We're kind of just at a standstill here. He's thinking probably he might try to go for a win. And I wouldn't blame him. Okay, he can't actually get in here right now. I mean, my pawns are kind of blocking the king out. Yeah. Good game. All right. So I calculate bishop d4 instead of b5, then rejected it due to c3. Next, you calculated king c6 and rejected it that dude to c4, but if you played c4, you can play bishop d4 with no c3. Oh, okay, so you're saying b5 was necessary? Let me look at that. Okay, let's look at the opening. Let me see if I can remember. Knight c3. Yeah, no, it's what am I smoking? It's queen h5 on castles, but the position is still somewhat equal, and it looks like knight b5 is a mistake. What? What? No. What is Stockfish smoking, dude? What is Stockfish smoking? I would never play this. I would never play this and be like, good, I am happy that happened. I mean, a rook and the pawn, I guess, yeah, the two pieces are better, but... yeah. Okay, knight d5 is an accuracy. a6, e6. Here, it actually, computer wants h5. Or knight takes c3. Not a big fan of that. Okay. e6, and we're okay. And black's actually already better here. a3 is a mistake. e6. Knight takes c3. Oh, but no, knight takes c3, he takes this way. Really? What is so special about this? Knight a5. Knight a5. Okay, and we try to block. We play against the double pawns, but I don't know, man. I feel like I need to brush up more. I need to look at some master games, however many there might be with this Scandinavian, because I don't like how Stockfish is playing. Stockfish is like Stockfish, you know. I don't know how I feel about opening up the B file, although, yeah, it's kind of nice that we get the knight on c4, blockade the double pawns. It says h4 is best, though, and then bishop back, and then e5. Good lord, what is going on? We're sacking, kind of sacking some material. Queen takes d1. Rook takes d1. Rook takes d. We're giving them the d file. Like, what the hell's going on? To take on a3, and apparently this is better. I couldn't tell you why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, we can contest the d file, but I guess the bishop is kind of blocked itself in. So there's that, but this is a very... I would never think to play like this. Okay, anyways. Knight back to f6. I mean, I don't know. Like, I see a free pawn. I'll take a free center pawn. That seems like an easier plan to me. And then bishop e5. It wanted rook c4 instead. See, I looked at this move, but I didn't really see the big point of it. I suppose if we take back, we're hitting the rook, or sorry, we're hitting the knight and the pawn, but I didn't like that we give him the d file. It's like here, for example, knight d1, knight d1, knight a4, knight d7. Yeah, I don't know. This is getting kind of like, this was just more complicated than I would have liked it to be. I preferred trying to maintain the d file, but rook a to d1. Computer wants rook takes, but bishop's here is okay. G takes, knight e4. We can double the rooks up. He blocks. I don't know, like, this position is still winning, so this is kind of a shame, because I definitely lost. I threw the end game. This is completely winning. Alright, so what was I worried about here? King c6, b4, b5. If he pushes, then we just keep going in. We just needed to play b5 in that case. Or even a5, it says. And then takes king c5. Yeah. These, I should have looked into this. It's very often it's worth just sacking a pawn and creating weaknesses, because if I go here, b4, and then, yeah, even a5, he takes, but so what? He can never, these pawns are doubled, he can never really do anything with that. And then my king gets back in. I probably could have calculated up to this far to see like, okay, I'm going to win this pawn. The only way to protect it is knight e3, bishop d4. And that's just like, oh my god, that's game over. It's so easy to win. I don't know why I... b5. And then he gets his king way more active than I was like, what? How did his king get so active so fast? I guess b5 just gave him a free tempo. Yeah. c5 was best here. So I still was winning. I threw it here when I ran out of time. Bishop c1. Ugh, okay. That makes some sense, but bishop c1. f6 was fine. Bishop d4 was fine. Okay, yeah, this just kind of loses, but still black has a slight advantage. Here, and then e takes is best. I was just really worried about these pawns. Plays c4, restrict your king. They can play bishop d4, and your bishop dominates the, yeah. I don't know why I didn't like this position though. Like, I was worried that somehow the king can get over here, or he can create a pass pawn, which is not entirely, like, let's see, h6. Okay, h6, and now things are kind of frozen, and then he can't ever really do much. Yeah, and then I just continued kind of blundering. King d5. Here I'm still winning though. d5. King b7. King b7. h4. Wait, at what point did I just totally throw this? This was winning? Oh my god, hold on. a5, here we take. It's not so clear to me though. King f1. Like, let's see, he starts going over this way. d3. King c6. And he can't ever really go down here because we have the two pawns that are faster than these two. Wow, why did I think this was a draw? I was just so worried about him pushing c6. Here, a5, eh? And then if he does nothing, let's just say he does nothing, we don't take. e3, check. What the hell? And then king c6. He can't take. If he takes here, we grab. It's just so sketchy looking. Like, you make one wrong move, and then you can't get the pawn anymore. Wow. I don't know. I'll have to, like, study that position again. Okay. Well, I think I have enough energy for another game or two. I don't know if I want to do another 15-minute rapid game or not. I guess I could. I'm just going to note some of these down. I have my little chess notes to try to keep track of my mistakes and stuff. This is still a pretty instructive game. 525. Game 1, draw. Scandinavian. Now with the double pawns, with the doubled A pawns, it's easy. You just go king c6, king b7, king a6, and take them both. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna copy that game for later. Okay. It's like a remix of this song. I like this song. Okay. I'll go do another 15-minute, I guess. I really kind of need the time. I'll try to play a little bit faster in certain moments, but I just am not in the mood to like play faster and worse. My brain, it needs the time. And then holy shit, I want to go outside and take a walk. I feel like I need to go touch grass. Not because I've been streaming for super long necessarily, but because I've been inside. This is taking a while. I could play with fire and do some 10-minute rapid. If this is taking too long. Okay, I'll do a 10-minute rapid and just try to be a little bit more conscious of time. All right, 10-minute game. Here we go. We'll play D4. Just be a little bit conscious of time. Here, should I try the knight f3 or can now, or should I just go back? I'm going to play with what I know for now. With what I know a little bit more, but I think I can just play knight f3. b6, okay. Probably just bishop d3. He's going to hit me with c5 at some point. Let's just develop. He castles. Now, maybe I'll jump the knight in. Because then here we can play f4, which I personally like. It's perhaps not the best move, but I stay in my comfort zone. He could go knight e4 himself, because the bishop is kind of back there protecting, but... And then we'll get castled. All right. Yeah, the only issue here is now d3. He might want to push, or maybe we go bishop's there now. Is that feasible? Because if he keeps pushing, then he locks his bishop out forever, right? But my bishop is not too bad here, not too bad. I know there's... Okay, let me think for a sec. Because here... Well, no, I just keep going back. Am I scared of this queenside expansion? c3... Here... 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 Okay, I'm taking a little bit too long to think. I think it's okay. I'm expecting him to go c4. Now I wonder if I go here. Takes. Here, if he pushes, we'll just... Or just castle. Or play bishop h4. Bishop h4, I don't know. Bishop h4 might be a move, because taking Well, here. No. I know sometimes you can play that, but all right, I'm playing a little bit too slow here. Let's probably just castle here. I don't see. He takes, I take back. Castles, he pushes, I'll drop back, and then b5. The only thing though is, yeah, then c3. Here we should still be. Yeah, I'm just gonna castle. It's hard. These people who are playing are probably they're probably playing much more rapid than I am. Much more rapid chess, and they're probably like, I'm so rusty and so slow right now with my calculations. But I do feel like the bishop is doing a bit more here now. Now that I'm castled, it is just totally going to take away that knight. And I kind of like it. I don't know. I can also think of rook lifting too at some point. I think we're clearly going for more of a kingside attack, right? Like my bishop's lined up. The other knight can eventually hop in. All right. Now maybe I could go queen f3. I could rook lift first. I don't know. He's going to want to go knight g3a. Okay, maybe this was a mistake. He's going to go knight g3. But I could always snap it with the bishop here. Queen behind doesn't probably do as much, right? Like here. Takes. There's no sacking ideas. Here. Takes. I knew I'd be playing this too slow. I knew it. Can I go queen here maybe and threaten like maybe something like e4? Although, nah, e4. No, e4 doesn't work because of the rook. Okay, Wesley, just move. Just frickin' move. Just move. This is going way too slow. Might seem kind of odd, but I'm going to play a4 just to completely stop any ideas of b5. Yeah, I mean, I can't even like... Nah, I'm not going to do 10-minute rapid chess, I think, because it's just like, I'm not even playing well, and it would take me a while to really get back into that. Stop! Eugene, stop. Oh my god, my cat is the wrong freaking time. This was just a mistake. Okay, what if I just drop the bishop back? Oh, yeah, I'm down to like 3. Okay, this guy's just blitzing moves out, so that's what I'll do then. I regret doing a 10-minute game. I regret it. I'm just gonna get flagged. I'm gonna try my best here, but it's like not even really good chess, and I'm gonna lose just because I fucking take too long to think. Can't play right. You just gotta really too, like with these 10-minute games, you gotta be really ultra focused. I feel like you gotta be like owned in constantly, you know, okay, what is he gonna do? What can he play? And I do that, but I don't like typically doing that, just like really, really fast. And I also, if you're streaming, it's hard to like, I just don't talk basically. If I really own in, I just won't talk, and the streams are not very fun. So I like the 15-minute games or longer because I do have a little bit more time to like try to think, and then I know that I have the increment. These games for me are just like Blitz basically, where I can talk, but I better not, because even right now I should be using my time to just, yeah. Okay, so this might be a mistake. I don't think he has tactics yet, but at some point I might want to bring the rook over. I'm thinking of just take the bishop. I wish I could play h5, but I actually can't. No, I still can't. All right, let's bring my other knight in, I guess. Let me think for a second. Where's his knight wanting to go? Could drop the bishop back. I guess he wants to go knight f5. Okay. Yeah, dude, I can't keep up with this. People are playing so fast. It's crazy. At this point, he's just gonna. I think I have a better position too. That's what's kind of frustrating. Is that I do think I am slightly better, but okay. To defend that, so let's just do that. H4 is defended. I want to go. All right, that's not good. Let's go here then. If he pushes, we'll take, because he can hit me. Here, I'm just gonna have to go back to queen c1. I don't know what's going on here. Might be losing my knight. I can't keep up with this. Holy shit. 10-minute rapid games, it's like you just got to play fast. It's has always been the best strategy for me when I play and my rating goes up in rapid 10 minutes is I just play really. All right, hold on, guys. At some point, I don't think that. Just gonna send it. And then maybe g5. I need to get my queen over there. Bring the knight in. Yeah, shit, I should have gone. I would thank you, but I do not want to cheat. I mean, his position is just full on better for white, but my god, I have no time. All right, let me try to breathe a little bit. I want this knight out of there. I really want to be able to go queen h4, so. And I don't like the pressure he's putting here. So basically, if e3 stays intact, we're good. Like, the queen, the bishop, this bishop, they're completely out of the game. Which is nice. Okay, I'll take, just simplify. Go here. Pushing won't do anything. We're threatening mate. Rook here. Rook g1. He'll probably double. Queen h5. Queen h5 just to kind of guard that. Probably there'll be some tactics. Here takes. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Takes here, check. There, doesn't really work. My bishop here would be okay, but I think I just got to double the rooks. Or, hold on a sec, or I can take. Okay. I might take this way. I don't know if I want to drop a4 at the end of all this. Shit. I'd check. Don't know if that does anything. Check here. Check. Here. Check. Fuck, man. Gonna try to dirty flag me, eh? Yeah, it's just like, what can I do? I missed it. Yeah, I'm not gonna do 10-minute rapid games. It's just not freaking worth it. You don't get to play like the best of your chess, and then it just like you're just flagging people. So either you play really fast and try to play as well as you can, or like I don't know. And I'm just too slow. Like this was a totally, at least at one point, this was a totally winning position. And then it got super complicated, and then he had a huge advantage on the clock. Yeah, this is still not clear though. It's like, look at the eval bar is just like back and forth and back and forth. Oh God, my puzzle view. Whoops. Hold on here. Still had it on puzzles. Whoopsie daisy. Oh my God, why is it like this? Jesus, dude, why does it do this? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah. Very interesting game, but yeah. I'm going into it with a disadvantage playing that slow. Black was actually better here, so I was wrong. Black is actually, yeah. I mean, at this point, for sure, black is better, because look at my pieces, so... Alright, guys. I'm going to call it on that. Kind of a low-key stream anyways. Yeah, I'm going to call it for today and go touch some grass, but I'll be back streaming... tomorrow. And I'm not sure what I'll do, but we will see. So thanks for watching. Catch you guys soon. Check out the Discord if you want more information on playing viewer nights, for example, because that's always, everyone asks that. All right, guys.